Wash these 6 body parts daily to live a longer life. My dear friends, welcome. Today, I want to talk to you about something that may seem simple but is profoundly important. We often overlook it in the rush of our daily lives: the care of our bodies. We wash our hands before meals. We clean our faces before bed. But have we ever thought about how these daily rituals hold deeper meaning? What if I told you that the act of cleansing your body could be more than just about hygiene? It could be an act of love, gratitude, and spiritual renewal. Now you might wonder, why does a priest, someone who speaks of the soul, talk about washing your body? Well, let me remind you, my dear ones, the body and soul are intricately connected. Just as we nurture our spirit with prayer and kindness, we must also care for our earthly vessel. Our bodies are temples, after all, entrusted to us by the Creator. It is through our bodies that we serve, love, and experience the world around us, and it is through keeping them clean and healthy that we honor not only ourselves, but also the one who gave us life. As we dive into this topic, I want you to remember that every time you wash, you are doing more than just removing dirt. You are preparing yourself to serve, to connect, to reflect the light of your soul. So, take a deep breath and open your heart as we explore 6 body parts that, when washed daily, can help you live a longer, healthier, and more meaningful life. This is not just about longevity in years, my friends, but in living a life full of purpose, love, and connection. Let's begin this journey together as we care for the body and soul alike. Part 1. The first body part, hands, the hands that serve. Let's begin with the hands, those beautiful instruments of service, love, and creation. Think about the hands you have. Look at them. What do? They reach out to others, they help build, they carry, and they comfort. Our hands are not just parts of the body. They are the tools through which we connect with the world around us. They hold the power to heal, to create, and most importantly, to serve. In every religion, we see the power of hands. In Christianity, we are reminded of the hands of Christ, hands that healed the sick, touched the untouchable, and broke the bread for the hungry. These hands were washed and blessed by the Savior. They were given to serve others in love. And so, our hands, too, must be treated with care and reverence. Why wash your hands? In the simplest of acts, when you wash your hands, you are not just removing dirt. You are preparing yourself for the next opportunity to serve. Hands wash away not just grime, but also the emotional and spiritual burdens of the day. Each time I wash my hands, I take a moment to reflect, who can I serve today? How can my hands be used to bring light to someone else's life? For many of us, we spend our days working, typing on keyboards, holding tools, and engaging with others. But often, we forget that our hands are more than instruments for productivity. They are also instruments of kindness and compassion. Think about this. Washing your hands is an opportunity to express gratitude for the gift of being able to serve. Every touch you make can change a life. Spiritual insight. When I wash my hands, I think of the biblical passage in John 13:14-15, where Jesus washes his disciples' feet. It is a powerful reminder of the humility and grace with which we should approach life. Just as Jesus washed the feet of his followers, we should treat our hands with care and humility, knowing they are meant to serve others. In every act of service, we honor not just our own calling, but the deeper calling that comes from God. Your hands are more than physical. They carry your intentions. As you wash them, let them become instruments of peace, love, and grace. Let your hands speak of your heart's desire to do good in the world. Takeaway. So, as you wash your hands today, remember, it is not just for hygiene. It is a reminder of the sacred role your hands play in your life. Each act of service you perform with your hands is an offering to the Creator. Wash your hands, not just for cleanliness, but as an act of love. Use them to serve others, and in doing so, serve God. Part 2. The second body part. Face, the mirror of the soul. Now, let's turn our attention to the face. The face is not just a physical feature, it is the mirror of your soul. It is the first thing others see when they meet you, and it is the reflection of who you are. The face is your greeting to the world, a beacon of your emotions, your character, and your inner spirit. When you care for your face, you are not only taking care of your skin, but also honoring the way you present yourself to the world. The face is a powerful communicator. We don't always need to speak to convey our emotions. Our face says it all. A smile can warm the heart, a frown can express concern, and a tear can show vulnerability. Our faces reflect who we are, both physically and spiritually. Why wash your face? Washing your face is one of the most fundamental acts of self-care, yet it is often done out of routine rather than intentional reflection. But I encourage you, my friends, to think about the deeper purpose behind it. When you wash your face, you are not just cleansing the skin, you are also washing away the weight of the day, the worries, and the burdens that may have clouded your inner peace. Each morning when I cleanse my face, I am reminded of the new opportunities before me. It is like preparing a clean canvas for the day's journey. I look at my face and ask, what kind of energy will I project today? How will my face reflect the light of God's love to those I encounter? Each moment we live is an opportunity to make a positive impact, and it begins with our very first encounter, with ourselves. Spiritual insight. In the scriptures, the idea of the face is sacred. Moses, after speaking with God on Mount Sinai, had to cover his face because the glory of God's presence had made it shine. Exodus 34:29-35. Our faces, too, have the potential to radiate something holy. The joy we carry in our hearts, the peace we've found through prayer, and the love we share can all shine through our faces. Remember, my dear friends, that the face is a reflection of the soul. Just as you cleanse your face physically, take time to cleanse your inner self. In the act of washing your face, you invite clarity and purity into your spirit. A clean face allows you to approach the world with a heart that is open, radiant, and ready to serve. Takeaway. As you wash your face today, take a moment to think about the energy you are putting into the world. Your face is a mirror of your heart. Cleanse it with intention. Let it shine with the love and grace that God has blessed you with. And remember, every time you wash your face, you are preparing to meet the world, not just physically, but spiritually, with kindness, humility, and peace. Part 3. The third body part, feet, the path we walk. Let us now turn our attention to the feet. How often do we stop to think about our feet? They are often the least appreciated part of our body, but in reality, they carry us through life. Every step we take is a testament to our journey, both physically and spiritually. Our feet are the foundation of our daily walk, and they support us in every task we undertake. Without them, we would be lost, unable to move forward, unable to serve. Just like the hands that serve, the feet carry us forward into our purpose, our mission, and our destiny. They are the unsung heroes of our daily lives, moving us from one place to another with little thought. But just as we care for the hands and face, we must also care for our feet, for they are the ones that guide us along the path. Why wash your feet? Washing your feet is not just a simple hygiene practice, it is a symbolic act of cleansing the journey you've walked. Think about the feet of Jesus, as he humbly washed the feet of his disciples in an act of service. John 13:4-17. When you wash your feet, you are not just caring for your physical health. You are reflecting on the path you have walked and the path that lies ahead. Each time I wash my feet, I reflect on where I've been and where I am going. The feet are the ones that walk us through difficult times and joyful moments. When I care for my feet, I am honoring the journey I have taken and preparing myself for the next steps. And as we walk in this world, we are called to walk with love, humility, and grace, just as Jesus did. Spiritual insight. In many traditions, feet hold significant spiritual meaning. In Christianity, feet are seen as the instruments through which the gospel is spread. In Romans 10:15 it says, "How beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news." Our feet carry us to places where we can spread kindness, share love, and serve others. Washing your feet is a powerful act of humility. It's a moment to reflect on how we are walking through life. Are we walking with purpose? Are we walking in love? Are we walking humbly, just as our Savior did? Our feet are the ones that take us to the places where we can make the most impact, whether it's helping a neighbor, serving a community, or walking alongside someone in need. Takeaway. So, my dear friends, when you wash your feet, remember that this is more than just about cleanliness. It is an act of honoring the journey you've walked, the lessons you've learned, and the opportunities ahead. Let your feet carry you forward with grace, and let each step be one of love and humility. Wash your feet, not only for physical health, but as a reminder to walk in the path of service, truth, and compassion. Part 4. The fourth body part, mouth, the voice of the soul. Now, let us turn to the mouth, the gateway of expression, and the voice of our soul. The mouth is not only where we eat and speak, but it is also where our thoughts, feelings, and desires are made manifest in the world. It is through the mouth that we share the gospel, offer words of encouragement, and speak of love, joy, and gratitude. But it is also through the mouth that we can sometimes harm others, speak in anger, or utter words we later regret. Our words hold power, my friends. Power to heal or harm, to uplift or tear down. The mouth is not just for speaking, it is for listening, for tasting, and for connecting with the world around us. And as such, we must care for it, purify it, and use it wisely, for what comes out of our mouth reflects what is in our hearts. Why wash your mouth? Washing your mouth is not just about brushing your teeth. It's about purifying the very instrument you use to communicate with others. We live in a world where words have the power to shape relationships, build communities, and spread love or hatred. Just as we cleanse our hands and face, we must also cleanse our mouths, for they are a direct reflection of what is inside us. Every time I wash my mouth, I reflect on the words I have spoken, both the words that have built up others and those that have caused harm. It is a moment to examine my speech and ask, have I used my words wisely? Have I spoken in love and kindness, or in anger and frustration? In the Bible, we are reminded of the power of the tongue in James 3:9-10. With the tongue we praise our Lord and Father, and with it we curse human beings, who have been made in God's likeness. Out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. We must be ever mindful of how we use our mouths. Are our words building or breaking? Spiritual insight. Washing your mouth is more than just a hygiene practice. It is a spiritual act of purification. It is an opportunity to pause and reflect on how we are using our words in the world. Are we using our mouths to share God's love? Are we speaking words of truth and grace? Or are we allowing our mouths to become instruments of anger, frustration, and division? As we wash our mouths, let us remember the words we speak have the power to heal or hurt. Let them be words that glorify God, that bring peace, and that encourage others. And just as we cleanse our mouths, let us also cleanse our hearts of any bitterness, anger, or hatred that may cause us to speak words we later regret. Takeaway. So, my dear friends, when you wash your mouth, remember it's not just about cleaning your teeth or freshening your breath. It's about purifying the instrument you use to speak to the world. May your words be filled with love, truth, and grace. Wash your mouth not only for physical health, but as a reminder to speak life into the world around you. Use your words to uplift, to build, and to spread God's love wherever you go. Part 5. The fifth body part, eyes, the window to the soul. Let us now turn our focus to the eyes, those beautiful windows to the soul. Have you ever heard the saying, "The eyes are the window to the soul"? It's a phrase that holds so much truth. Our eyes don't just allow us to see the world around us. They are the reflection of how we perceive the world, how we look at others, and how we see ourselves. They are the first things we use to encounter the beauty of creation, to experience the light, and sometimes, to witness the darkness. Our eyes are powerful, my friends. They can bring joy when we see the beauty of nature, the smile of a loved one, or the kindness in another's eyes. But they can also bear the burden of sorrow and pain when we witness suffering, injustice, or heartbreak. The eyes, more than any other part of our body, often reflect the inner state of our hearts. When our hearts are filled with joy and peace, our eyes sparkle. When they are heavy with sorrow or anger, our eyes often show it. Why wash your eyes? Washing your eyes isn't just about removing the physical dirt and particles that gather in them. It's about cleansing your vision. Think about it. When your eyes are clean, you can see more clearly. You can see the beauty of the world without distraction, and you can see others through the eyes of love and compassion. But when our eyes are clouded, whether by tears, anger, or negativity, we cannot truly see what is before us. Every time I wash my eyes, I am reminded of the importance of keeping my vision pure. I ask myself, am I seeing the world through the eyes of grace and understanding? Am I looking at others with compassion, or am I judging them based on their appearance or mistakes? Washing your eyes is an opportunity to clear away the distractions that hinder your ability to see clearly and lovingly. Spiritual insight. In the Bible, Jesus speaks about the importance of what we choose to focus on. In Matthew 6:22-23, he says, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness." This passage reminds us that our eyes not only help us to see, but they also determine how we perceive the world. If we focus on negativity, darkness, and hurt, our whole body will be consumed by it. But if we focus on the good, on the beauty of God's creation, the kindness of others, and the joy in the world, our hearts and souls will be filled with light. When I wash my eyes, I think about the importance of what I choose to gaze upon. The eyes are the gateway to the soul, and the things we allow ourselves to see can either nourish or poison us. I ask myself, what am I filling my mind and soul with? Is it something that brings peace and light, or is it something that weighs me down and clouds my vision? Takeaway. As you wash your eyes today, think about the clarity you are inviting into your life. Wash away the distractions that prevent you from seeing the world as it truly is, full of beauty, love, and grace. Let your eyes become instruments of kindness and understanding, allowing you to see the good in others, the blessings in your life, and the divine hand that guides you. And remember, just as we cleanse our eyes for physical health, we must also cleanse our spiritual vision so we can walk through this world with light in our hearts. Part 6. The sixth body part. Ears, the gate to wisdom. Finally, let us turn our attention to the ears. The ears are the silent receivers, the gateways through which wisdom, knowledge, and love enter our hearts and minds. They allow us to listen, not just to the words of others, but to the subtle messages of the world around us. In many ways, our ears connect us to the divine wisdom that calls to us in the quiet moments of life. Have you ever considered the power of listening? We often think of speaking as the primary way to communicate, but in truth, listening is just as powerful. In the Bible, we are reminded to listen carefully. In James 1:19 it says, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." Listening allows us to understand, to discern, and to respond with compassion. But the ears, like all parts of the body, must also be cared for. They can easily become clogged, distracted, or overwhelmed by the noise of the world. That is why it is important to not only keep our ears physically clean, but also to take time to listen mindfully and with intention. Why wash your ears? Washing your ears is not just about cleaning away the physical dirt. It is about opening yourself to better listening. Our ears are meant to discern, whether we are listening to the wisdom of others, the still small voice of God, or the sounds of nature that speak to our souls. When our ears are clear, we can hear more clearly, whether it's the voice of someone we love, a message we need to hear, or a call to action. Every time I wash my ears, I think about how I am choosing to listen. Am I hearing the cries of the needy? Am I listening for the voice of God in my life? Am I tuning into the deeper messages that the world is sending me? Washing my ears reminds me to listen with discernment, to pay attention to what is important, and to tune out the distractions that do not serve my soul. Spiritual insight. In the Bible, Jesus says, "Whoever has ears, let them hear." Matthew 11:15. This is not just a physical command to listen. It is an invitation to listen deeply, to open our hearts to the wisdom that is being offered to us every day. Washing our ears is an opportunity to open ourselves to new knowledge, new understanding, and new wisdom. It is about listening to the divine wisdom that comes from God and the wisdom that we receive from others. The ears, just like the eyes, are gateways. What we allow ourselves to hear shapes our worldview, our faith, and our relationships. Therefore, it is important to cleanse our ears of negativity, judgment, and distractions. Let them become instruments of understanding, compassion, and discernment. Takeaway. As you wash your ears today, think about the act of truly listening. Listen, not just to the words that are spoken, but to the deeper meaning behind them. Listen to the world around you with an open heart. Let your ears be tuned to wisdom, love, and grace. And remember, just as you cleanse your ears for physical health, may you also cleanse your ears spiritually, so that you can hear clearly the call to love, serve, and make a difference in the world. Conclusion. A daily ritual of gratitude and reflection. My dear friends, as we come to the end of this journey, I want to remind you of something deeply important. We often think of daily rituals like washing our hands, face, feet, mouth, eyes, and ears as simple tasks, as routines that we must follow to stay clean and healthy. But I hope that today, you've realized that these small acts hold so much more than just physical importance. They are moments of reflection, of spiritual nourishment, and of honoring the gift that is our body. Each body part we've discussed, the hands, the face, the feet, the mouth, the eyes, and the ears, has a deeper spiritual significance. They are not just physical tools, they are sacred instruments. Each one plays a role in our journey, our service to others, and our relationship with the divine. Our hands serve, our face reflects our inner peace, our feet guide us along the right path, our mouth speaks life, our eyes bring clarity, and our ears open us to wisdom. When we wash these parts of our body, we are caring for them not just for health, but for holiness. I encourage you to make this practice a daily ritual, not just for cleanliness, but as an act of reverence for the body and soul. Each time you wash, let it be a reminder that you are honoring the sacred temple that God has entrusted to you. It is a chance to pause, to reflect, and to renew your purpose in the world. As you wash your hands, think of the service you are called to provide. As you wash your face, remember to reflect the light of your soul. As you wash your feet, walk in humility and love. As you wash your mouth, use it to speak words that heal and encourage. As you wash your eyes, seek to see the world with clarity and grace. And as you wash your ears, listen for the wisdom that surrounds you. Let these small acts of daily hygiene become powerful reminders of who you are and the role you are called to play in this world. They are an invitation to live with purpose, love, and grace. The more we care for our bodies, the more we honor the life we've been given, and the more we are able to serve others with kindness and humility. Call to action. As you go about your day today, I encourage you to wash not just for cleanliness, but with intention. With each wash, think of the deeper meaning behind it. Let it be a sacred moment, a reminder of your connection to God, to yourself, and to others. And may each cleansing act fill you with peace, strength, and the resolve to live a life of love and service. Remember, my dear friends, that when you care for your body, you are also caring for your soul. Each part of you is sacred, each moment is a blessing, and every act, no matter how small, can be an offering of gratitude and love. May your body and soul be renewed with each act of cleansing. May you walk through this world with a heart full of love and a spirit full of peace. And may the grace of God be with you always. Amen.